Most people cry when they find out their neighbor's body has been found. Stephen McDaniel did something far stranger. He froze, and that freeze told detectives everything they needed to know. Stephen McDaniel was a law school graduate who murdered his classmate and next-door neighbor, Lauren Giddings, in Macon, Georgia, in June 2011. The case drew widespread attention partly because of a live television interview McDaniel gave while posing as a concerned friend, an interview in which his demeanor visibly collapsed the moment a reporter told him a body had been found. That moment, combined with a lengthy interrogation in which McDaniel went nearly silent for hours, became one of the most studied suspect interviews in true crime coverage. Today we break it all down, beat by beat, and give you a psychological framework you can apply to any interrogation you ever watch. This is not just a case, this is a masterclass. Lauren Giddings was a Mercer University School of Law graduate staying in Macon to study for the Georgia bar exam. McDaniel had lived beside her since 2008. To the outside world, he was just the quiet guy next door. What was hiding behind that stillness was something else entirely. Beat 1. The TV interview. This is where the mask slips for the first time on live television. While police were still processing the scene, a news crew interviewed McDaniel outside the complex. He described Giddings as nice as can be, telling the reporter, "We don't know where she is. Maybe she went out running and someone snatched her." Smooth, calm, rehearsed. That is your first red flag. The language is too tidy for someone genuinely terrified for a friend. Innocent people ramble. They contradict themselves. McDaniel had a narrative ready. And then the reporter dropped the bomb. A body had been found. McDaniel's composure broke. He went visibly anxious, fell silent and said, "Body," before adding, "I think I need to sit down." That word, body, is not grief. That is a man whose brain short-circuited because the information did not compute with the story he was telling himself. That is beat 1 of the guilty freeze. Beat 2, the interrogation room. When McDaniel was brought in on the night of June 30th, his demeanor was eerily still, tight-lipped, monosyllabic, mostly saying, "I don't know." Even left alone in the room, he sat, perfectly motionless. Most innocent people fidget. They pace, put their head in their hands, check the door. Their nervous system screams at them to move. McDaniel? Statue. This is the freeze response in action. Research shows that liars maintain fewer movements of arm, leg, foot, and overall body compared to truth-tellers. The brain is so consumed with managing the lie and suppressing panic that it locks the body down. McDaniel was not calm. He was overloaded. Beat 3. Genuine shock versus guilty stillness. Genuine shock is chaotic. Adrenaline, tears, shaking, repeated questions, a desperate need for details. Guilty freezing is controlled, a system under pressure going into damage limitation mode. McDaniel never asked where the body was found, never asked who found her, never asked what happened. He asked nothing, because he already knew every answer. Have you ever watched an interrogation and spotted the exact moment a suspect mentally checks out? Comment below. Did McDaniel fool you at first? Beat 4. The shutdown. Earlier in the day, McDaniel had been chatty, cooperative, even letting police search his apartment. The moment questions got specific and detectives zeroed in, his verbal output collapsed to almost nothing. That contrast is everything. The freeze response, restricted movement, negative affect, compressed lips, is the first reaction to any threat. McDaniel's silence was not a refusal to talks. It was a brain that had run out of safe answers. Beat 5. The physical evidence. Inside his apartment, investigators found hacksaw packaging matching one recovered from the maintenance closet, underwear belonging to Giddings, a master key for the complex, and a key cut specifically for her apartment. When asked about unused condoms, McDaniel admitted he had been entering classmates' apartments while they were away. That admission gave police enough to arrest him. A law student, trained to protect himself legally, still cracked, because the freeze response only holds until the pressure becomes unbearable. McDaniel pleaded guilty in 2014 and was sentenced to 30 years to life. Here is your framework. 1. Rehearsed language is too clean. Flag it. 2. Genuine shock produces questions. Guilty freezing produces silence. 3. The shift from cooperative to monosyllabic is your biggest tell. Note exactly which question caused it. 4. Watch for restricted body movement and negative affect. 5. Never confuse stillness with composure. Sometimes the most dangerous person in the room is the quietest one. Lauren Giddings deserved to become the public defender she had worked so hard to be. We analyze these cases not for sport, but because understanding deception is how we honor the people it was used against. If this breakdown changed how you see interrogation footage, subscribe. We go this deep every single week. Share this with someone who loves true crime, and check out our last video right here. You will never watch an interrogation the same way again.